Alright, so here you can see we have the clip imported now. From here you basically, you can, click on a clip, right click it, go to add to storyboard, and it'll put it down here. This is basically down here where you build your movie. You can do it individually, or I prefer to drag and add a bunch of clips at once just to save time. If you look down here, you'll see the length of the video so far. That's important to keep in mind, since YouTube does have a limit on how long a video can be. It's like 11 minutes, so I usually keep my videos between 10 minutes and 10 minutes and 30 seconds just to make sure I won't have any problems uploading it. Because I think the closer you get to 11 minutes, sometimes videos will have hiccups while uploading. And then like if I was doing this, if you want to do like a fade in or fade out effect, just right click and then it's right there, fade in, fade out. You can add both or just one or the other. Video effects, you can add other effects. I actually prefer to go to the effects from the tools menu, because then you can actually see a preview of each one on the right hand pane of what each one will look like. These are I only really use these if I'm doing like a montage or something where I want like different cool effects in my videos. But for most of the time, you're not really going to use these except for the fade in and fade out. Sometimes I use slow down and speed up too, but not a lot. I guess I'll show you how I make like my intro. I actually already have it made. I have it saved as a project, so just go to open project. And it's saved right in here. So as you can see down here is my intro project. Right here is where you switch from storyboard and timeline. If I'm just adding clips, most of the time I just keep it in storyboard, but if I need to like mess with the video more in detail, I'll switch to timeline, because as you can see, it's a bit more detailed. You can see you can still see the video clips, their length specifically, if you have an audio track, and titles. Go away, hourglass. But yeah, one thing I don't like about Windows Movie Maker, at least on my computer, is it uses a bit of processing power, so sometimes it'll hang a bit. There we go. So yeah, like from here, I already got the gist of my project. So the only thing I have omitted is the picture. But that's just because, it's going to change from game to game. I'm going to use a different picture. So like, let's say I'm uploading the next set of Illusion of Gaia. So I'll just go here and click on the picture, and it imports it. And I'll just drag it down here. If you need to adjust the length of a clip or picture, you just go to the edge and you'll see a double arrow, and then you click on it and just drag it. And then like when you get close to like the edge of something else, like I'm close to the end of the audio clip, it'll snap it, so it makes it easier to keep the durations the same. Then I usually add a fade out effect, so just right click and click fade out, and then I would fade in on the next clip. If you want to add a title to your video, just click on the clip, go to tools, titles and credits. The one I concern myself pretty much all the time with is just the middle option, title on the selected clip. So you just click that, and then you enter whatever text you want to be in the title. So like, I think the next set would be set 5. So I just type that in, and then you'd see a preview on the right over here. It's not going to show it because Hypercam is weird, but that's where you would see the preview of your title. Then you can either just go ahead and add it, or you're probably going to want to fiddle with it some more, so you have more options down here. You can change the animation of the title. There's lots of different animation options. I usually, for my title, or for my intro, I use the news banner animation, which just has that little bar at the bottom with the set number on it. Then you have standard text and font options. Same things you'd see in like Microsoft Word. Usually, I think by default when I use the news banner it's red, but I just changed it to black here. Then you have like the font color for the font too. Then when you get done, you just click that and it adds it to your movie down here. You can drag it wherever you like. I usually like putting it more in a central location on the picture clip, and then you can drag it to make it longer or shorter depending on what you prefer. What else? Audio options. Say you want to make a montage, or like you're making an intro and you have the video clip, but you don't want to use the sound of the video clip. Let's say you recorded the sound as well. Like for instance, if you're doing a montage somewhere during, you're just doing a regular playthrough, but you fight like a boss or something that takes you like an hour, and you don't want people to have to watch that for like an hour, and you just want to condense it with like a montage. To mute the audio, it's a little more complicated than it should be. You can't just like click on the clip and go up to clip and then mute it from there. You have to go to show timeline, and then you'll see this little plus sign next to the video. You click on that and it expands the video clip into different sections. You have the actual video, any transitions you use, and the audio for the video. So what you have to do is you have to go to the audio, right click on it, and then mute it from there. I think that's a bit too, I don't know, superfluous of a way to do it. I think it would be better if you could just mute it from the clip itself, but you gotta do it that way. So that's how you would mute the audio of the clip if you wanted to use like separate music or something in place of the audio. If you're recording and you want different, like if you were recording, I guess, a vlog from a webcam or something, or just any video like that, and you wanted to add in background music or something, but you didn't want it to be you wanted it to be more like undertone, or supplemental, whatever word you want to use. One option you could do is set audio levels, and you could adjust this bar, and it will put more focus on either the audio from your video or the music you put in the background. So like if you wanted to make the audio more underlying, you could just drag it closer to the video and it'll put the focus more on the video audio than the music audio. If you want to adjust the audio of the music, it's pretty simple. Just right click, go to volume, you can adjust it from there or mute it. I actually have it reduced a little bit because I thought that the audio of my intro music was a bit loud by default. Up here you have collections. You can select different collections. I don't know why it keeps, that's like my Tomb Raider crap, and I think that was Dino Crisis, and then Dragon Age. So it's just different where your clips, if you need to like switch clips, if you have like more than one collection imported that you want to go back, you can do that. What else? Video transitions, you would just put in these little boxes in between the storyboard. So like you could drag it's pretty much like PowerPoint, and then it would like do a little transition to the next clip. I don't really use transitions that much, just because they're not that useful for playthroughs where the footage is largely uncut. But that's how you would use those if you wanted to. Saving. Let's go back to the other clip. Yeah. If you want to save it, you go to File. Saving project is not the same as saving the movie file. It doesn't render it. It just saves what you've done so far in the storyboard section. I usually don't save the project unless like Windows Movie Maker is acting weird or something and I need to close it out, but I don't want to lose all of my editing progress. I could just save the project, close it, open it up again, open the project, and I'm good to go. Most of the time though, I don't have any problems, so I just finish editing the clip and then I just go to Save Movie File. This opens up the Save Movie wizard. So the first thing it will ask you when you start is where do you want to save it to. You can save it to your computer, to a CD, into an email. I pretty much always just save it to my computer. Then it asks you what you want to name your file and where specifically on your computer you want to save it to. So let's just say, okay, we'll just keep it intro since it's my intro. And then that's where I have it saved to on my computer, just, my movies in the playthroughs folder where I keep everything. You hit next again. Uh, this is a pretty important part, movie settings. When I first started, I just kept it on best quality. It looked like that, best quality for my computer. But then I was like, ooh, what's this more choices thing one day? And I looked down at other settings, and there's all these different options. And honestly, I don't know what half of these things are, like the difference they make. But I was talking to Chrono Gear on Steam one day, and he said that